Joni has gone utterly, completely mad. He's just driving around the roundabouts.
We are Joni and Sarah and we travel with this van in Greece, this time in Ioannina.
Oh, Janina.
We have to run errands and get things done, and we have always list on Messenger, so we have
Things to do.
and we have bad memory, so we always add their things.
And now it's a long list, so let's hit the town and get things done.
There's, I think, 6 or 7 laundromats in Ioannina, so it's easy to find them. And usually it's easy to find laundromats anywhere. But we got parking spot here. Laundry Queen is there. This is outskirts of the town, but we don't have to go to the old town. There's a my market for Sarah's wine. Sarah's favorite Greek wine is there, and also there's a EATA, so post office, where I will send the stickers.
Yeah. So we get 3 things done in this same parking spot. Let's go make laundry. We are always really pleased when we can park our van next to the laundry places, so we don't have to carry all these heavy weights. Bad news, the machine only accepts small bills, so €5 and €10 bills. Joni went to the store to change it because we only carry big bills. Okay, we met the owner and detergents are automatic, so we don't have to use our own that we just bought.
Usually in France we use our own, even if it dispenses the detergent, because it's so small amount. And once in France there was detergent at all, because the automatic thing didn't work.
This place is super clean. You could perform a surgery here. It's so spotless.
And when the laundry is doing this thing, we leave laundry and our baskets here and go to grocery shopping. There's a My Market just beside the laundromat. And we don't worry about somebody stealing our laundry or laundry baskets. Never has happened.
The laundry is done and it did cost €20. I think it's kind of much because 3 times more expensive than in Spain, but same kind of price that in Finland.
Yeah, €20 for 20 kilos, so €1 per kilo. Usually in Spain it's 50 to 40 cents per kilo.
Yeah, so laundry
and
is...
in general in Greece it's like 60 to 70 cents per kilo.
But we are so glad there is some laundry places.
Yeah, still it's 1.5 month full of laundry and all the beddings and all the towels and everything, and it's still €20. So 15 euros per month.
And this time the laundry from the dryer, it was actually dry, so we are really happy about it. Our next stop is to make a little pop to the postal office and send good old fantastic stickers. Joni ran to the post office, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he made it in time.
In many cases, the Google Maps doesn't show you where the actual places are, and also the timetables when they are open and closed. Yeah, it's closed, and it should be open. It's Friday. I don't know if they went for a weekend trip with their stuff.
Next up is to take diesel and LPG, and this was the cheapest diesel we could find from Ioannina. 1.572 euros per liter, and LPG is under 80 cents per liter, so really cheap.
Yes, we got a new pump and one new one-way valve, because this was also leaking in the past 6 months or so. So the pressure of the pump wasn't that great. It we got that and also the pump, so now we have the full setup. Now the practice to get our awning crank and new water jug.
We did discover our collapsible water jug leaks, and this is not even that old. So we need to buy a second one, and I hope we do not have to use this and the pump works and we can get our faucet working. It would be such a joy.
Kumpi on sisäkäynti? EOS vai EODOS?
This is too flimsy for our usage. Not going to buy this one.
This is a Greek chair. They always sit on the ground level.
Bad news. We did not find the awning crank from Praktiker, but we did score this sugar cube so we can install the pump, or Joni can install the pump. And then we have a working water tap again. And guess what else is broken? Our vinegar spray bottle, bought from France. So we will just fill this with the vinegar and use it on our composting toilet bowl.
When we are peeing.
Yeah, that's true. It keeps it nice and fresh and leaves no yellow stains. Now we bought this. This was a bit expensive, but I hope this lasts. We tried to go shopping in Jumbo to buy necessary stuff for us, for example that water jug, because it's getting so hot. The water in our water tank gets lukewarm and it's not that nice to drink, so we will put some drinking water here with the ice, and this lives in our fridge. At first we went to this The Mart store. That was kind of a weird store. There were a bunch of upside down hanging lamb meat. But the funny thing that we went there, we could find this pearl cider, päärynäsiideri, and this makes summer. Every time in Finland when the summer comes, you need to drink one really sweet pearl cider. Hands-free for Joni's gaming setup for the phone, so I don't have to hear his playmates yelling at him. I don't know.
Yeah, I got playmates online.
And there cannot be never too much pillows, so my choice of pillow is this Evil Eye Matti. We did stop next to this tiny little wooden kiosk, and Joni is filling our water tank because he will clean the whole thing and then starts to installing the new pump, and then we can get fresh water from our tap. And I will start to cook some food because we have not eaten anything today, and it's getting a bit tense here because when you are tired and hungry, you are not so flexible. Yeah.
What I'm doing now is I'll wash the tank or scrub it because there's some sediment in the bottom of the tank, so we can get rid of all of those, and then I'm starting to change the water pump. Now I'm getting a couple of jugs of water so we can rinse the water tank. Yeah, there was some sediment. Yeah, it was actually quite blurry, the water, when I scooped it out. Yeah, I just drop it beneath our van because it's fresh water. Our old pump was 90 liters and 0.9 bars, and this is 20 liters and 1.1 bar. So we should get a little bit more water from our faucets than before. Let's see. But it's easy to install. Just connect the wires and connect the water pipe here. That's it.
Tell about our neighbors.
Oh, tell about the neighbors. Where is this one neighbor? There's a goats and lambs coming up.
Come on, sight increase.
Now I find the reason why the old water pump failed. There's a really small hole what goes to the motor compartment. Either the motor has overheated or it just have cracked. But there was an obvious reason why the pump didn't work. But this kind of sediment, I don't know if you can see, but it is a mineral-like sediment in our tank, so it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just local water is full of minerals. It's hard, it's full of minerals, so they get accumulated into your tank. And when you get those, you get biofilm. Luckily, our tank, there was none biofilm because our water tank flushes from full to empty in 6 days, so there's no time to accumulate any film.
I don't know how to say this in English, but pakuelämässä sukupuoliroolit korostuvat. So females do dishing and cleaning and men do all the technical stuff. Such a relief that we can use our own water and not pour the water from the water buckets to do dishes. Oh, soon we have a 110 liters fresh water tank, and the water comes from the tap. And now it's time to flush the water tank.
Using the tap water just to flush all the sides of the tank. Now it's the final flush, and the final flush needs some driving, rough driving, circle driving, like a jerk. Yes, but it's now down. We can use again our water tank, and in near future we will use the citric acid to flush the tank completely.
Now we will fill our real water from the tap and drive somewhere where we can take maybe outdoor shower.
Yes, and we were watched by this guy. It's always the same thing. When we have 100% of tank, we always get to the really steep roads, and then the water tank will spill a lot, not a lot, a little bit of water to the floor in the back. First gear, 200 meters. One day of chores is exhausting, so Burl cider. Everything is done now. Finally, we have a new pump working. It has lots of more pressure than the old one, even if the statistics would say it's the same, but of course it feels better. The new pump.
Yeah. Behind the beautiful surroundings we can see the high mountain tops. We are going to take a shower because we have been sweating a lot, and it feels so great to use our water pump
Again.
Yeah. It amazes me that we lived in a van full time in Finland. We both worked full time, and it was not full time vlogging, but weekly vlogging, and we did not feel tired at all. And now when we have like a
one chore errands day, and
we are so exhausted, so I don't know if we are just so spoiled.
Yes. We are so spoiled.
That's true.
And it feels good.
It feels amazing because now we can just see the amazing sunset here. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us with our stressful day.
Yes.
If you want to test your relationship, try to put this double duvet together without any fights.
This is our new duvet. Actually, we bought it 6 months ago, but we wanted to use our old duvet until it has 3 holes. Now it had 3 holes, so it had to be gone. Yeah, these pillowcases we used for the past 6 months, but not the duvet.
Yeah.
That's how precise we are with our money spending. 3 holes in duvet is limit.
But we have replaced our bed settings, I think 3 times now during our almost 9 years of van living. So these things do wear out, especially because we use a tumble dryer.
And this is our only beddings. We don't have any other beddings. We have just one. And when we go to laundry, we always wash them. So they are in great use.
But these things are expensive. It blows my mind, like, whoa.
Yes.
Now shower and then to the clean sheets. Oh.
So much better pressure. I think half more. We have been just used to that flimsy little flow of water. Wonderful. Cold shower. We are just folding our laundry and we have just like 6 or 7 pairs of socks in a laundry in a 6 week time. So it's really a sign of summer. You can be without socks. Just when we are going hiking or longer walks we use socks. Yes. Pretty awesome. Almost all is folded. We fold it like this to the burritos and stick it to the cupboards.
And we did spend today incredible amount of money, so I'm afraid to say it out loud, but 266 euros, and that is like a half of our 1 month budget to cover everything. Now we did spend it in 1 day, and we did not even do like a car mechanic stuff, but sometimes it is like that. And now we can be 2 weeks in a mountains and in the forest and spent 0.
Yeah, so we took diesel for 118 euros. Then it was LPG for 26 euros for 33 liters. So 1.5 tanks approximately.
70 euros on groceries.
And bits and bobs that we bought from Jumbo and hardware store. I think it was something around 4 euros.
These were like 2 euros.
Yeah, surprisingly
Cheap.
pair. But it was some kind of wholesale store because there was no watts in the prices. So it was for wholesale sellers, and they actually made us some kind of account number on the when we paid these ciders.